Welcome to this week's edition of the Ram Roundup, 8-10 Championship Edition with the men's soccer team and head coach Jim McElderry. Jim, you finish on a high note, 4-0 win in your regular season finale to clinch the number 2 seed. What did you see out of your team in that finale game to finish the season on a good note going into the championship?
I think coming off the UMass game, losing midweek at home, it was important for us to have a good response. Our guys understood that pretty quickly after the game, had a good couple of days of training, and the goal was just to make sure we come out and play well from the kickoff. Excuse me, and I think they did accomplish that, and not only scoring some goals, but just the tempo of the game was where we wanted it to be. So I was proud of the way we bounced back from a tough game against UMass midweek.
You end up getting Duquesne in your first-round matchup on Thursday in the quarterfinals. It's a team you played early in the year, but like we said after that game was over, Duquesne looked tired. They might be a different team this go-around. What do you think you're going to see out of Duquesne this go-around?
Yeah, I think you're right. We understand that really well, considering both our 2 conference losses are on Wednesday games, and so we know that's a tough bounce back kind of game when you're away on the weekend prior or you're traveling on that Wednesday. And Duquesne were just a fatigue group when they came in here. They've done very well since then, so we know it's going to be a very difficult game, and it's going to be a tight game, and it'll be decided on one individual play or a set piece or one of those type of moments in the game. So can we concentrate every single play? Can we be fresh and ready to go? That'll be what we'll be concentrating on, not so much worried about our opponent.
You've won the T10 title 2 years ago, semifinals last year. Is there one key aspect to advancing this championship that you're going to stress over the next couple days?
It's a cliche, but we really do have to worry about one game at a time. I think you can, if you get caught in looking at who your next opponent would be, it's a mistake. Every game is tight. You just have to worry about the game you're playing. Don't think about that next game. Don't think about guys' legs or anything like that. It's all about, hey, how do we win this game? And if you advance, then you worry about who you're playing the next, the minute your game ends. But can we be fresh? Can we be healthy? Can we really be mentally ready to go? That's what we'll be pushing our group. And a couple of years ago, we got on a good little roll there, and I thought we did a good job of being in the moment each game. Played some really tough opponents, and it'll be no different this round. Every game will be tough. I think our conferences, all these games will be decided by a goal or so. So I'm really looking forward to it because I think the group is really earned it. So I'm excited for them to experience it for the guys who haven't been down there before.
Well, best of luck this weekend, and hope we talk to you on Sunday.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with our player interview with junior defender Matt Lewis. Here with our player interview with junior defender Matt Lewis. Matt, you guys finish off the season. Big win over St. Bonaventure to clinch that number 2 seed. How's the team feeling after that senior night win against St. Bonaventure?
We feel great. Obviously good to win 4-0 at home to send off the seniors. But at the same time, we got Duquesne on Thursday. We got the best of them in the regular season, but when you come back in the postseason, it's never going to be the same kind of game. So we're just trying to get prepared for that. Obviously spirits are high still, but we're still kind of pretty focused on this next game. Kind of nervous about it, but we think we can pull it out for sure.
That first 8-10 tournament game, like I said, against Duquesne, you defeated them here at home early in the year. They had been on a long road trip. They had come back and didn't have their best performance. Are you expecting a totally different team this time around than you saw the last time because the game was so one-sided?
I think we're going to see a totally different team. Anytime you lose 5-0, you're going to be coming back. You want revenge. You want that game back. So I think we're going to see quite a different side here on Thursday.
You were a part of a championship team 2 years ago. Is there any similarities between this team and that team heading into the tournament?
I think one of our strengths, when we defend hard, we tend to do well, and that was one thing we did for, my freshman year really, really well. So if we can just really buckle down, play some hard defense, that turns into good opportunities for us on the offensive side. And with Janosch's speed and Cole up top, we can really break teams down on the counter, or once we get through the run of play, we can really break teams down. So yeah, I think defensively we need to really be strong.
Is there any one thing that you think this team needs to do to be there on Sunday in that title game?
Defend. I'm going to keep saying it, and I think that's one thing that I'm going to harp on the whole week. If we're fortunate enough to make it all the way, it's going to be because of our defense as 11 guys, not just the back four or the defensive mid. It's going to be all 11 guys defending. So.
Spoken like a true defender. Well, thanks so much, Matt, and best of luck in the tournament.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That'll do it for this week's edition of the Fordham Ram Roundup. Special thanks to head coach Jim McElderry and Matt Lewis for joining us. Fordham men's soccer in the A-10 championship starting on Thursday. Quarterfinal action at 5 p.m. That game will be streamed live on the Atlantic 10 Digital Network, as will all the entire tournament, and the championship game being on American Sports Network. You can follow along on Twitter at Fordham Soccer to get all updates if you can't see it online. For the Fordham Ram Roundup, I'm Scott Kwiatkowski, and we'll see you next week.